Welcome, everybody, to episode 89 of the effing title. And this week we are presenting to you the Week 7 matchups. It is just me today. The boys are off doing things. They're busy with lives and wives. So it's just me. So we're gonna hit this kind of quick, not take a ton of time. It's just going to be a real quick one. As you can see from the overall records, Fedge continues to have his dominant lead at 66-28. I'm getting closer and closer week by week, 58-36. Scratchy is at 53-41. For locks, I'm still undefeated in my locks. I haven't lost a lock yet this week or this year. Fedge is 5-1, and Scratchy is at the bottom at 2-4. Not looking good for a reigning champ, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at the Week 7 matchups, though. When I'm going to hit Week 6 because normally I like playing off of my two co-hosts for looking backwards. So we're just going to look forwards this week. So looking forwards, we have Broncos at Browns. I'm going to say this right now. This is tomorrow's night game, tonight's game, depending on when you watch this or you're listening to this. So already Fedge and Scratchy are both picking the Browns. I'm going to go curveball here because they are without Baker Mayfield. I'm going to go Broncos. I feel like this is potentially a game where the Broncos could swing this. The Browns are also missing their starting left tackle, I do believe it is. Both the starter and the backup are out. So Von Miller publicly said that this week he's looking kind of for blood sort of thing, and he's going to come after whoever the fuck they have a tackle. So with that being said, I'm going to go Broncos. I think this is the week where we see them kind of start to get their shit back together. And the Browns, without Baker Mayfield, I don't know how well that will work. Their backup is Case Keenum. And I don't know. I don't trust Case. Don't really trust Baker too much. So Thursday Night Football, I'm going with the oddball pick. The boys are going with the Browns. Throwing it to the first of the 1 o'clock games, though. As you can see down at the bottom, we have a ton of bye teams this week. So couple less games this week. We got Panthers at Giants to kick this off, and this is going to be the first one of the night where we all pick Panthers. This is just going to be one of those things where the Panthers just overall are just a better team than the Giants right now. The Giants have a lot of injuries, and the Panthers are looking to kind of show that like they deserve to be as good where they were at the beginning of the season. I still do really like this Panthers defense. It's young, it's aggressive, they fly around, they get after it a little bit. So we'll see how that works out for them in this game, though. I just don't see the Giants being able to stop much of anything and, being able to do anything. So who knows? Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. We'll find out. Next, we have Jets at Patriots. This is kind of another kind of lock right across the board. We're all going Patriots. Surprisingly, this is not Scratchy's lock of the week. I thought it would be, but it's not. This is. I don't think we need to take much time on this. The Jets are a dumpster fire. Yes, they beat the Titans. I think it was a couple weeks ago. Either they beat them or they gave them a good showing. It was one of the two. I forgot now. Either way, the Patriots are going to win this game. If they don't, then it's a lot worse in New England than we thought it was. So. Now we're going to Chiefs at Titans. Fedge is picking the Chiefs this week. Scratchy is picking the Titans. I'm going to go with... this is a good game. After seeing what the Titans did to the Bills in that really close game, and after seeing what the Bills did to the Chiefs, just kind of doing what they wanted to them. Man. Because defensively, I'm not sure if the Titans can slow down the Chiefs. However, they did slow down the Bills to an extent. I still think, though, that King Henry here is the complete playmaker out of the group. He's kind of the one that's above everyone else. I'm gonna go Titans here. I just think that the Titans overall right this second are a better team, fully better team. The Chiefs' defense is very suspect to me. And I think Derrick Henry is going to get a nice amount of carries, and he has 10 carries in the last 5 games, or no, not 10 carries, 10 carries, 10 touchdowns in the last 5 games. So I'm going Titans as well. I'm going to join Scratchy on this one. Yeah. Now we're going to Washington at the Pack. This is the third across the board, Packers across the board, and this is actually Scratchy's lock of the week. Good lock for him. Yeah, no, this is just another, like, the Washington is still trying to figure out what they're doing. I think that Washington will continue to show up and play well. That is the one thing I will say about this Washington team, is this Washington team doesn't back down from anyone. They are showing up, they are scoring, they are making plays, they're doing it. You can just tell that there's like a quarterback, a few positions, like that's what's stopping them right now. So it will be interesting to see how that develops. But yeah, no, the Packers are starting to get on this roll that we always see that they normally do, and Scratchy's going to try and reverse his luck here with his lock and get a win on the board for the first time in a little bit. Now we go to Falcons at Dolphins. This is another. Yet again, this is kind of how it goes at some points here during the seasons. We're going across the board, all three of us Falcons. I think this is going to be a good showing for Atlanta. Atlanta kind of gets a nice, I won't say easy win, because I don't think there are any easy wins in the NFL, but this is pretty fucking close to an easy win. You're going to see Pitts pop off. You're going to see Matt Ryan be looking comfortable. Hayden Hurst is going to get involved. And overall, they're just going to, I think Atlanta's going to have their way with Miami. And that defense of theirs, which has struggled in the past, I feel like we'll be able to play well enough in this game to give them the win. Bengals at Ravens. As you know, Scratchy will be picking against the Ravens the entire season. So we got that. Fedge is going Ravens, and I am also going Ravens. I do think this is going to be a really good fucking game, though. I've been on the Bengals wagon for a little bit now this season. I've picked them in some games where the other two haven't. They just look the Bengals look very well-rounded as a team. Baltimore just had to put, who did we put on IR? We just put Ronnie Stanley on IR, but Le'Veon Bell is now an official off the practice squad guy. So it'll be interesting to see how Bell is used. Bell scored his first touchdown last week with us. Overall, though, I think the Baltimore defense is going to be something that the Cincinnati team has yet to see yet this season. Is a defense as aggressive and as fly around as ours. And offensively, they just got to continue to do what they do, which they've had good years recently against Cincinnati offensively, with just running some read option stuff, running some misdirection stuff, and then having Lamar throw the ball when he needs to, and being very precise with his throws. So I'm going to go Baltimore, because I'm a Baltimore fan, so I kind of have to. That's the end of the 1 o'clock games, though. Now we move on to the 4 o'clock games. We start this off with Lions at Rams. This is one that we don't need to spend much time about. This is Rams across the board. Fedge is going to make this his lock of the week. I was going to make this my lock of the week. However, Fedge got to it first. Yeah, this is a very simple, quick, easy pick here. If you don't pick the Rams here, there's something wrong. Matt Stafford's going to show to Detroit that they made the biggest mistake by trading him, and Goff is going to show everyone why he shouldn't be as good or as highly touted as he is. It's just the Rams are just too powerful as a team with all the players that they have and the way that they run their offense and their team. And as a whole, their team is just better than the Lions. The Lions aren't in a spot to. If the Lions are gonna win a game, this ain't it. This ain't it. So now we move to Eagles at Raiders. Both the boys are picking Eagles, and you know what? I'm going to go against the grain here, like I did earlier. I'm going to go Raiders. I'm going to change it up. I think the Oakland is going to continue to look to further themselves away from all of the John Gruden stuff. And the Eagles' defense, I'm not fully sold on. The Eagles do look good. I love Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts are looking very good together. But the fact that they traded Hurts almost immediately after the game that last week, I feel like will have ripples throughout the team. As weird as that is to say, I feel like it will nonetheless. I don't see them showing up against a Raiders team which looks strong to start, has slowed down a little bit with all the stuff coming out in the media and everything. But I believe we'll get right back on track once the whistle blows. Texans or Cardinals. This is another one we don't need to spend much time on. This is Cardinals by a million. Cardinals are the best team in the NFL. And to show that to Rob, Scratchy's been saying, like, when are you guys going to get on the Cardinals train? When are you guys going to get on it? When are you guys going to finally admit it? Well, there we go. I'm admitting it. I'm making it my lock of the week versus the Texans. Kind of an easy one, but who cares? This is just Kyler Murray is going to continue to do what he does, and DeAndre Hopkins is going to show the Texans, like, hey, like, this is another revenge game for him. So expect DeAndre Hopkins to pop the fuck off in this game. Then we have Bears at Buccaneers. This is another one that I think is, it's an across-the-board one. It's Buccaneers. As the season goes on, I feel like there's more and more of these. We're just, all three of us are going to be picking the same teams. And it's, it happens. The Buccaneers are, like, this is kind of another one, almost like the last game. Bears are still trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing. Matt Nagy just fined one of his players $2,754 for being a single minute late to a meeting. So good on you, Matt Nagy. You still don't have your team, but you can do that. The Buccaneers are going to do what the Buccaneers do, and the Buccaneers are going to, the Bears are coming to Tampa as well. So no worries about traveling or anything. Bucs are going to do what the Bucs do, and the Bucs are going to get the win here. Sunday Night Football, potentially, maybe, I'm not sure yet, live on the Husky Nation channel here on Twitch. I'll be doing the play-by-play, no footage, just me running my mouth about what's happening. We have Indianapolis at the 49ers. Both the boys are picking the Niners, and this is where I'm going to, yet again, swerve off the rails a little bit, and I'm going to go Indy. I feel like Indy has been playing very well recently, and I feel like the Niners are still trying to figure out, why does that say Niners plus? I feel like the Niners are still trying to figure out what the fuck they're doing. Oh, it's because my cursor's there. God, I'm an idiot. I feel like the Niners are in a weird position where I do believe last week they had the bye week, so they're coming off fresh, which is good for them. However, I feel like the Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo situation at quarterback is going to be the thing that will continue to hinder this team until they figure out what they're exactly going to do. Because you could see, like, they had that really close game against the Packers, then they put Trey Lance in, then Trey Lance didn't do well, and then they went to a bye week. So it's kind of, what are they doing? That's my big thing, and I want to see what they do, where I feel like Indy is slowly starting to get this grind going and this swag going, with Jonathan Taylor looking fucking incredible, and Wentz, just don't fuck up. That's all that's being asked of Wentz now, is just don't fuck up, while Jonathan Taylor just continues to just do what he's doing, what he did all the way through college, and now he's doing in the pros. So I love to see it because I love Jonathan Taylor. I'm going Indy. I'm going to change it up. And then the final game of the week is Saints at Seahawks, and this is a unanimous across the board. Saints. Jameis Winston comes back after their bye week. I do believe they had their bye week last week. Jameis Winston comes back after their bye week. The Seahawks are still looking iffy with Geno Smith. He looks better than what some people thought he might, but then also, like we've talked about before, the Seahawks play up and down to their opponents a lot. So Geno popping off in the second half didn't really do much. The Saints, though, across the board, I feel like they're going to get the win. That will be Monday Night Football. Prime time. They are going to Seattle, so that will be interesting to see how that, the travel for that takes place, especially with Jameis, being the starter and playing in Seattle. I think that will be interesting to see, and that will be a something to talk about once it happens. But other than that, though, that's just the quick hit Week 7, just me by myself. So if it's me, it's gonna be quick. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna get out of here. Bye week for the Bills, Cowboys, Jags, Chargers, Vikings, and Steelers. The Jags, I feel like, are one of the better teams. The Jags and the Cowboys. Actually, honestly, all these teams really needed this bye right now, in my opinion. Bills coming off of a tough loss. Cowboys getting, being able to get some players back potentially. Also, just being able to heal up a little bit. Jaguars figuring out what the fuck they're doing. They did just get a win, so that's good. Chargers coming off a couple of really tough games. Vikings still trying to figure shit out, and Steelers still trying to figure shit out. So for those guys, I feel like that is really good for them. Let me know what your guys' opinions are, who you guys picked, what your guys' records are. Let us know down in the comments down below. And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Still trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.